Hey book friends, welcome back to another video. Welcome to another TBR video. In this case, it's for a readathon, and the readathon is hosted by Jessie over at Reading with Jess. Now, she runs a book club on her channel called Sleep When I'm Dead, and I have always off and on tried to participate in it. It's a new release, a thriller book club situation, and she's been running this book club for I think like 3 years. And now, in honor of kind of that anniversary, she's running a readathon in September. And the readathon is called Survive the Night, and it is running from September 13th to the 17th. So yeah, that's 5 days. So just stay tuned and I will give you all the details to hopefully entice you to want to participate in this readathon. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. Like I said, I am putting together my TBR for the Survive the Night Readathon, hosted by Jessie. I will put all the links down below. I don't know if I mentioned that already. All the links are going to be down below. Now, this readathon is super fun. It's really creative, and it is a little bit more interactive than, say, like pick a book and read what you can, which is usually just fine with me. I like the inspiration of readathons. But what is unique about this is that there is kind of a killer on the loose at this summer camp, and there's like maps and all these things on the Discord that you can join for free. And the idea is that there's these 10 locations at this summer camp, and all 10 of these locations are going to have prompts. Now, you have to check in at what location you are reading a book for. Every day, the killer will be attacking at certain locations, I believe. Now, I will link Jessie's announcement video for you to get more information about that, but she encouraged everybody to put together a full TBR just in case you need to switch locations, or the location that you were going to read for, the killer's already been there or something like that. And so there are 10 books on my potential TBR. Obviously, I'm not going to read 10 books in 5 days, and there's no doubling up because of kind of the structure of this readathon. So I'm just going to take you through all the different locations, and I'm going to tell you what my plans are for reading at those locations. So the first location is cabins. So read a book set at a camp or about camping. So I recently picked up this book from Book of the Month, and I want to give Liz Moore a try. I just feel like this sounds like my kind of book. So this is The God of the Woods, and now it is a summer camp book. It says, when a teenager vanishes from her summer camp, two worlds collide. So originally, in 1975, a camp counselor discovers an empty bunk. And now this isn't just any camper. I think it's the daughter of the camp owners. And it also says this isn't the first time one of these children have disappeared. Barbara's older brother simply vanished 14 years ago, never to be found. So I think that sounds kind of eerie and interesting. Now, I had to wait until my kids were back from summer camp before I picked up any summer camp books, but this one is perfect for that prompt, other than the fact that it's so big. But I'm still going to put it on there. The next prompt, or the next location, is mess hall. Unscramble a word to make a word about food. I feel like that was harder than I thought it would be, but I figured it out, and I pulled in a book that I was already planning on reading in September, and that's The Final Gambit. So this is the third book in the Inheritance Cycle trilogy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I love these books. They're YA murder, mystery, puzzly type books about this girl named Avery who's down on her luck, who inherits a bunch of money, and then they have to kind of solve a bunch of puzzles to figure out why. Why was she the one to inherit? So this is the third book, and it's such a fun series. Okay, next, Bonfire. Read a hot new release. Okay, guys, I struggled with this one because I was trying to make this all of a mystery thriller type TBR. This is the only book that's really not. Nope, it's not. This is one of few books that don't follow that. And so this is The Sky on Fire by Jen Lyons. I loved The Ruin of Kings and the sequel, and I still need to finish that series out. It's an epic high fantasy series that is just so interesting and complex and confusing at times, but it's so good. And Jen Lyons just put out a new book, and I think it might be kind of standalone-ish. Not quite sure, but it has to do with a world about dragons. It sounds like there might be some found family, a little dragon rider kind of things going on. So I just really want to get to it, and I requested it from the library, but I have so many other reading plans that I'm like, oh, I hope I can get to it. But I'm going to read this one, or I'm going to put it on my TBR for the location of bonfire. Next is the location of lake, a body of water on the cover. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this one. So I got this from the library as well. So the last one by Will Dean. So this is about this woman named Kaz who is on, I think, like a cruise liner. It sounds like her first night explores and all this. And then she wakes up and everybody's missing. Like, I think everybody. Yeah, the ship is completely empty. I don't know. It just sounds really fun. I'm not sure. It gives me a little bit of the Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. Although I haven't read that. It just kind of reminded me of that. But I've been wanting to check out Will Dean for a while. And so I'm going to do that for this readathon, hopefully, maybe. And then Boathouse, a book about travel. This is the other one that's not mystery thriller because I couldn't think of one. And I've been wanting to read this, and this was on my summer TBR. And oh my gosh, I've talked about this so much. Beach Read by Emily Henry. I still haven't read it. I still want to. It's about these two people who are authors, and they are side by side in neighboring beach houses for 3 months for the summer. And they help each other write when they fall in love. I don't know, something like that. So that's on my TBR. It also feels like it would be a fairly quick read, which I'm always trying to pick. I mean, except for Sky on Fire. That's not a quick read. I try and pick quick reads for readathons. Okay, next location is Archery Field, a book to help you stay on target with your reading goals. All right, I picked this one because in September, as part of my reading challenge, always linked down below, we are reading The Bullet That Missed by Richard Osman. So this is a third book in the Thursday Murder Club series. I love these series. I love the people. They're like 70-year-old retirees that live in this retirement village and they solve murders. And in this case, it's a cold case murder, but our character of Elizabeth has some extra things going on. So I'm excited to pick that up and to continue in my series reading for that one. And then let's see, I have 4 books left. There's a lot of prompts. Okay, Hiking Trail, a book with a view on the cover. All right, I have had this book on my shelf for a while, and I've heard nothing but good things, and I want to read it. The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. So you can see there's kind of a view on the cover. From what I understand about this, this has a bit of a like Strangers on a Train vibe where in an airplane 2 people meet and they complain about their spouses maybe? And the woman was like, well, why don't you just kill your wife? And he thinks that's funny until it's not so funny anymore, I think. So I do want to pick that up. Okay, moving on to Bathhouse. So body part on the cover, that was easy. I've been wanting to keep reading this. I started it a while back, but that's Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. I love the Winter Night trilogy. And so this is a little bit different for sure, but it's still kind of historical fantasy. It seems a little bit more historical versus fantasy. And this is about a World War I nurse. So she and her brother, I think her brother went to war and she comes back because she was hurt. And her brother, I guess, maybe goes missing or somehow is maybe not totally missing. Something to do with ghosts, obviously. But I'm not quite sure, but I know I do want to read it. So that is on my list. And then another book I could potentially read is for Amphitheater, a book with multiple POVs. Now, I wanted to pick up some Kimberly McCreight, and I want to try the latest book, Like Mother, Like Daughter. And this has to do with a mother-daughter combo where the daughter comes home and can't find her mother or something like that. I'm not quite sure if they have a strained relationship or what, but she has to figure out what happened to her mom. I think it's just the general idea behind that one. And then the last location on our map here at summer camp is Maine Lodge. Read a past book club pick. I'm going to pick this one. It's The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. I also haven't picked up anything by her. I feel like this is an And Then There Were None sort of book. It says 7 hours in the past, 7 days in the present, 7 survivors remain. Who will be saved? I don't know. I've been wanting to pick it up. I think it's a pretty cover. And I've wanted to try her writing for a while. So that goes on in my last slot for my TBR to read for the Survive the Night Readathon. And so Are you participating? Do you want to participate? I think it'll be really, really fun. And it's just always fun for me to put together kind of a TBR of possibilities. And I have to kind of decide where to start come September 13th. But go check it out. Go check out the Discord and the announcement video because there's a lot of other things going on with the readathon. There's prompts, and I think there's movie nights and reading sprints and all the things just to kind of celebrate this book club. And so I think it's really fun. It's a fun idea. It's very creative. And so, yeah, that is what I have. And if you have made it to the end of this video and have nothing to say, how about you leave the tent emoji because of summer camp and because we're ending out summer here. And so, yeah, that is what I have. I hope you all are well. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, all those things. Otherwise, you guys, I will see you in the next book video. All right, take care.